One. Hello, ballers and a bro fist to you all. Welcome to Drama Friday. There is a new background, okay? Now look. Can I be honest with you for a second? We've moved into a new room, which allows us to be loud late into the evening, as we proved yesterday with some wonderful live streaming from me and Ghost and the team of Preach Gaming, where we played some wonderful soccer and we also played some Worms, which was a lot of fun. I have prepared for you guys a really awesome background. It involves a big 42-inch TV with pictures on it. It's got PCs and stuff in the background. It looks awesome. I can't figure out how to get my monitor in a way that allows me to see the chat and the screen in that configuration. And I didn't have time today. As you see, I'm wearing a shirt. I had a meeting. I just rushed back in time for Drama Friday, and I haven't worked it out. So please bear with me with the awful background. I'm really sorry. But by now you should be used to awful backgrounds. Not as if the last one was actually pretty good, is it? Not as if the last one was actually any good. And I do mean soccer. Because, of course, it's Drama Friday. I prepared two stories rather off the cuff. I flicked through. They looked all right. I saw the titles and I thought to myself, the guys want to hear these. The guys want to hear a story that is entitled The Noob and the Two RP Girlfriends. Oh, yes. And the other title, which is Destroying Guilds and Getting the Ladies. That's right. It's the story of the Ghoster. The story of the Ghoster, indeed. So I think these two stories are going to be pretty damn good. If you're not sure what Drama Friday is, I often forget to tell people because I assume you know. And then some people think that the drama stories we tell are about me. They're not, okay? They're not. Drama time is everybody goes through something in an MMO, especially one that has millions of people, because people are crazy. People are batshit nuts, aren't they? And then we go through some crazy stuff, and we might be upset at the time, we might be angry, we might be furious. But then we look back and we kind of go, wow, that was some crazy shit. So then what we do is we write it down, we send it in, and we have a laugh about it, we have a bit of a giggle. You send it to drama@preachgaming.com. It's really easy to do. Send it in a readable format. It can be anything you want. It can be text, it can be Word, it can be PDF if you want to show a little bit of style, a little bit of class. Okay? I just don't accept things in like binary or anything like that. So, without further ado, The Noob and the Two RP Girlfriends. Hopefully I can read. Right, I need Dude 1, Dude 2, Chick 1, and Chick 2. Oh, yes. Alright, who wants to be a dude? Who wants to be a chick? Who wants to be a dude? Who wants to be a chick? That's all I need to know is who wants to be a dude. I have all you guys on a wonderful, ginormous TV. Lachlan! Lachlan can be a dude. Lachlan. I'm going to pick feminine names for the ladies. Flame. Come on. It's a little bit feminine when you put the PH in. We're going to go with Flame. Shmooly. Shmooly, you're a dude. That's a dude's name. Mr. Shmooly, that is a dude's name. Any day of the week. That'll be it. And Xylips. Oh, I like that. That's a little bit kinky. Xylips. Okay, Xylips, you are chick number 2. I don't know what happens to you. I genuinely don't. You two guys who have nominated yourselves to be ladies, I don't know what happens. I really don't. So we'll find out together. Part 1. The Life of a Noob. Holla ballers and a brofist to you all. My story begins back at the very beginning of Wrath of the Lich King. Excellent. I had seen commercials for WoW and thought it looked so amazing. That marketing. Didn't Arthas look good on the big screen? He did, didn't he? Didn't he convince you to buy Wrath of the Lich King? Look at this guy. He looks exactly like Lord of the Rings. And I want to play that game. It looks so good. I could play Lord of the Rings online, but then I'd have to kill myself, wouldn't I? Especially if you don't know how to use doors. The characters in the advert look so amazing, and the thought of having massive battles with other people drew me in. So I begged my mother to let me get the 7-day trial. Please, can I have the free trial account, Mother? Mother, it won't cost you a penny, please. She did. The mother did. But said I would have to wait till I was older to get the game fully. I was only 13 at the time. Aww. It's an 11 plus game, Mum. Hey, Mom. It's for 11 plus, dipshit. I'm already 2 years older than the requirement, fucker. Why don't you get off your fucking old school horse and think that computers are all about the porn and then get me fucking World of Warcraft? I, for some reason, didn't understand the concept of quests. What is this? What is this thing? So I made a Night Elf Hunter. I thought, you see the Lord of the Rings coming back into it. I made a Night Elf Hunter. And I thought it was so cool to get my new spotted saber-toothed cat. I ran into Darnassus and got lost for about half an hour before going through the mysterious glowing red stuff that turned out to be a portal. No joke, that fucking portal is a pile of shit. Me and Ghosty, some of you won't know this. Some of you will believe, probably because I told you, so it's not your fault, that my first ever character in World of Warcraft was in fact a Dwarven warrior, which I have told on several occasions was because I liked the look of the Dwarven hunter on the loading screen. But then there's an obvious error there, isn't there? There's a Holmesian problem to be solved. How did you see the loading screen if you had never made a character preacher? How does that happen? And that's because there was in fact a character that predates the Dwarven warrior. Me and Ghosty rolled together, and we rolled Night Elf Hunters, and we got lost in Darnassus. In fact, we died getting to Darnassus. That's right, and we spent many a time there. Many a time there. Of course it was because of Legolas. He was so cool at that age. He was so cool. I ended up in this strange new... Oh, the Glory Rest of Port, where I got onto a boat and it left before I could get off. I ended up in this strange new land where I killed a few more things until I hit level 12. I started looking around and found this thing called Dungeon Finder, you poor son of a bitch. When you say you were looking around, you make it sound like the Dungeon Finder was under a rock. Like it was, oh, look at this, what's in this chest? It's the Dungeon Finder. I clicked it and clicked the check mark next to the sword, then clicked Find Dungeon. Suddenly a queue popped, so I clicked Accept. It teleported me into this mysterious place called the Dead Mines. You know what, generally nostalgia speaking, it makes me really sad that you got into the Dead Mines that easily on your first time playing World of Warcraft. It genuinely does. Because I bet a lot of you don't know what it was like to get to the Dead Mines originally. Like, to actually go and find the Dead Mines was pretty hardcore. If I remember right, the tunnels to the actual Dead Mines instance back in the day in Westfall? I want to say Westfall. Was full of elites. You had to go as a party to get to the instance. Am I wrong on that? I could be. Many of you probably never did it, so I don't know. But I'm sure that you had to be in the group for the instance to get to the portal to go into the instance. I think so. Yeah, it was the Defias that were in there. So I head to the Dead Mines. I was confused. What am I supposed to do? So I just followed the other people around and attacked what they attacked. Every time an item dropped, I pressed need. Because after all, I need items. Logic, motherfuckers. Deal with it. This went on for a while until the tank started raging at me for taking an item that he needed. So I did the only thing that a 13-year-old me could think of. I started typing continuously. Lol, you mad bro. How do you... Context of the internet today. Internet culture 2013, 2014, 2012, 2011, all the way back till you were just a 13-year-old boy. You did not understand the concept of quests, but you knew the phrase, lol, you mad bro. What does that tell us? Everybody here right now, what does that tell us about the current state of our internet culture? He learned lol, you mad bro before he learned what quests are. Alright? Just putting it out there. Just saying. Just putting it out there. I was then promptly kicked. The tank messaged me and said I was an asshole. So I came up with my only defense. I started spamming him insults and lols, asking him repeatedly if he was mad. If he was mad. I'm not an asshole. Well, here we go. Mad. You mad, bro? You mad? You mad, bro? I then continued on my way and ended up in front of this large red portal surrounded by Alliance soldiers. I stood there for a minute or two trying to figure out what it was before some guy asked me if I wanted to queue for Warsong Gulch with him. You actually went to the Warsong Gulch portal? I guarantee, like, nobody here knows where the Warsong Gulch portal is. Is it even there today? I don't know. I assume so. I assume it's still there. What a great place it was as well. I had no idea what Warsong Gulch was, but I knew my trial account was almost up, so I told the guy I would have the game in a few years, so I would queue with him then. Hey, you want to queue for Warsong Gulch? I'll tell you what. In a few years, I'm going to own this game, and I will queue with you then, so you wait right here. You just stay here, and I will be back in a few years, and we'll do it then, alright? I then promptly logged off and my trial ended later that day. I'll be back in a few years, just logs off. Good man, good man. A year later, I convinced my mom to buy the game and let me subscribe. I was around 14 now and decided that I would mature. I would roll a Night Elf Druid. The idea of being able to shapeshift was just so amazing to me. I genuinely feel sorry for you because I guarantee for that 12 months, all you did was like look at the WoW forums and pictures and probably YouTube. And was YouTube around then? Yeah, it was kind of. And you were just, oh no, Google video. Looking at Google video and checking it out what was going on. Oh man. I still didn't really grasp the idea of quests very well, so I just killed things and did dungeons in LFG. Fuck's sake. I grinded a few levels a week and played the game extremely casually. I had made friends with a human warlock and a human rogue. We shall call them... Oh, is this dude want to do too? I need to double check. I think so. Okay. Alright, bear with me. Alright. Okay. So, this is dude want to do too. Who have the names? You changed the names. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You changed the names from what they were at the beginning. So, Lachlan and Shmooly. Okay. A human warlock and a human rogue, and we'll call them Lachlan and Shmooly. We would talk a bit, but they never wanted to do LFG with me. I wasn't sure why, but in hindsight, I know why. I thought that if it had better armor than what I had and was leather, I needed it, even though I was a balanced druid. I was a balanced druid, rocking all the agility. Fuck yeah, baby. I stopped talking to them after one day, and they stopped logging in and will never talk to me again. Oh, you were their noob friend. I don't think that's Dude 1 and Dude 2, so I'll take it all back. Now I was all on my own with absolutely nobody to talk to and no friends in real life. Oh, bro, really? I decided I was going to make a new character. I'm going to make a new friend. I'm going to make my own new friend, a new character. I went to the creation screen and saw... Jesus. What did he see? What wasn't there before? There was something new. Something shimmering in the distance. There was something that wasn't... It was brand new. When I started the game, it wasn't there. But now, it has appeared. It has unlocked. Now I can roll my Death Knight. Oh yeah. I thought it was the most badass thing I have ever seen. The black armor and the glowing blue eyes made my jaw drop. I immediately tried to create one, but it said I needed to be level 55. Oh right, you still haven't made it to 55. It's a great one. So I instantly got on my druid and grinded, no quest, to level 55 and 46. On the way I learned about stats and felt like such an idiot. I made it to 55 and instantly logged off and made the Night Elf Death Knight. Who has a Night Elf Death Knight? Where are you? Who? Come on, be honest. Who made a Night Elf Death Knight? Where are you, people? Admit it. Admit it that you did it. A Night Elf DK? That must look horrible. I don't think even in the history of the Transmog competition have I ever seen a Night Elf DK. I do? Oh, dudes. Guilty, guilty. Look at everybody. A Night Elf Death Knight? That must look so retarded, especially the male arms, because they do that thing, don't they, with the chest, where they're like, I am dead, but they must look so fucking shit. Female Night Elf DK? That's okay. Female Night Elf DK, I can get rid of that. But everybody, he's let us in on the name of his DK. He's let us in on the name of the DK. I created a Night Elf Death Knight and I named him Death Knot. Boom! Death Knot. As soon as I logged in, I was so excited I could barely stay in my chair. I leveled him all the way to 80 after a few months. By the time I hit 80, I was so excited to start raiding, so I opened trade chat and said, level 80 DK, looking for group, Black Temple. Boom! Yeah, baby! Straight to fucking BT. Suck it, bitch! None of the fucking other stuff for him. None of that. Straight for BT. That's where I'm going. Trade chat immediately fell silent. All I saw was a sea of lols and WTFs. I logged off scared at what I had done. Aww. I logged. Trade chat scared him so much he had to log off. It took a few hours before I was able to log in. A few hours later, I can imagine you sat at your PC. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I saw a message in trade chat for a guy looking for just one more DPS for ICC. So I messaged him and he told me to meet him at the inn in Dalaran. So I did. And when I got there, to my dismay, he looked at my gear and laughed at me, telling me that my gear score was way too low. Just didn't have the gear score. And that's the end of that guy's raiding career. He could have been the one. You know, there's a time when that could have been him. I thought my gear was pretty good. I had several blues from normal dungeons, okay? Not heroic blues, no. Normal mode blues. I'm kind of a big deal, okay? I think I can handle the Lich King. I have several normal blues. I think I know what I'm talking about, alright? I was determined to get into raid, so I got as much justice points as I could and went to the armor vendor in Dalaran. I bought myself the epic Scourge Lord armor. Tss. A few days later, though, Cataclysm came out and all my gear was immediately useless. Oh, fuck's sake. I bet he was so happy. The final piece. I just need the legs. Once I get the Scourge Lord legs, then I can take on Arthas. Then I'm ready. Cataclysm's out and I've just been farming for absolutely fucking nothing. I was then introduced to Hell. I decided I was going to do the quest that takes you to Vashj'ir. Boy, was that a mistake. Oh, sorry, you started to... Oh, you wanted to do Vashj'ir first. Cataclysm launch, okay? I'm going to do Vashj'ir first. I started on my first quest and god did I already hate it. Swimming was already one of my least favourite things in the game. To just make things worse, I killed my 5th mob and it dropped a green item from trash that replaced my amazing Scourge Lord shoulders. I loved them so much because they looked so freaking amazing. Aww. After that I managed to push through the rest of Vashj'ir, vowing never to go back there again, which I never have, even though I've gotten 6 characters to level 90. That makes me sad because Vashj'ir is awesome. Seriously, Vashj'ir is a fucking great zone. I got to 85 in about 3 days of non-stop playing since it was the weekend. After being bored out of my mind after that, I heard some people in a cesspool guild talking about Fireland dailies. I instantly asked them how I would get about these Firelands place. Then I went off to do every quest in Hyjal to unlock the Firelands dailies. Yes! I finished the entire quest chain for the Firelands, while at the same time leveling alts, which is where I met chick number 1, Flame. She was a human hunter. I was on my human rep paladin named something. We were in an LFG for Stratholme. We were having a really fun time together. More fun than I had in a long, long time. She just made Stratholme sparkle. Flame just turned Stratholme upside down and made it such a great place. Me and the warrior tank were competing to see how much trash we could kill on our own. Sounds like fun. Me being the paladin, I obviously won. After the group, me and Flame added each other on friends and had a really good time. She told me about how she was always mad at her boyfriend because he was a prick. I have never heard of anybody being friend-zoned so fucking fast. You went from not knowing the girl to friend-zoned in a single strat run. And that's a quick instance. It's even on a time limit. That thing has a rush finish. And you were friend-zoned by the end of it. Wow. That's record. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty incredible. A week or two, we came really close after a week or two. And found out that we were both very into each other. I decided to server change my DK and my pally over to her realm. Oh, wait till she sees those Scourge Lord transmogs. Boom. She told me she was on an RP realm. And RP sounded interesting. So I bought my realm changes and I switched over my Night Elf DK to a human DK. I power leveled Flame all the way up to 85 when we decided to start RPing together. We got into a few RP guilds, which is where I had to try to figure out how I RP. My very first RP experience, I was sitting in one of the taverns in Stormwind, and I saw a guy run into the tavern, throw a flare, then run out. So I got up, I walked towards the door looking like a total badass in my DK gear. Watch how cool I can walk towards this door, Flame. The dude then walks back in and I start to RP talk to him. Hello there, good sir. What brings you here today? The guy started to RP fight with me without saying anything. Whoa! So I did the most reasonable thing I could do in an RP situation. I emoted that I had frozen him and then smashed him into tiny pieces. Wow. How do I win this fight? I freeze you and smash you into pieces like I just saw in Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes. And I'm a winner. And that is how you RP duel, motherfucker. That's how you take it to town. Oh! He then started to rage, yelling at me that you can't do that. You can't do that. You're cheating. You're cheating at RP, motherfucker. Why are you cheating? He then started saying that I should be dead because apparently the flare was supposed to be him shooting me. It was a drive-by? Dude, you got carjacked, tavern-jacked. It was a fucking drive-by. He drive-byed. He just ran into the tavern and just blew everybody away. That's crazy, isn't it? You can't freeze me. You're already dead. I popped a flare. That's me shooting you in the face. Don't you understand? I shot you in the face. I used the flare. I had special effects and everything. It's like plop, 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 plop. You're dead, motherfucker. You can't fucking just freeze me. Shit. Play by the rules. Apparently his guild. I then asked him why he was trying to kill me in the first place. Why are you trying to kill me anyway? This is where RP falls apart. Apparently, it's like, oh, hold on a minute, hold on, what's going on? Apparently, his guild had scheduled, and it's in quotation marks, an RP fight with my guild leader, but he hadn't informed me, so I promptly said fuck you and walked out the tavern while I quit my guild. Not standing for the drive-by. Not standing for that. You can't just bring me into a turf war. I'm not going to be a part of your shitty turf war. Not in Stormwind. Flame and I then went on to one of the other taverns in Stormwind. Let's get out of here, babe. Let's go down the road. He literally walked out. Oh, I'm getting out of here. Fuck this shit. I'm going. Let's go over to the Rusty Peacock. He was in the Park District though. We sat there talking and flirting for a while as we watched all the RPers do their things, as we did most of the days we had nothing to do. This is when she saw... Okay, this is where you came back into it. Alright, cool. Lachlan and Shmuley. Alright. Oh, Lachlan and Shmuley are going to create a very bad day for our author, I think. We then saw Lachlan and Shmuley looking totally badass in their RP gear sitting at a table. We walked up and started a conversation with them while I whispered Lachlan to ask if I could join his guild. They said we had to prove we could RP first before we could join. Got to prove our RP. Because we haven't got a very good track record. We didn't get that we were part of a drive-by and a turf war. We just didn't get it, did we? We goofed it up. Lachlan told us they were about to do an RP mission. Shmuley told us that he would show us to the hideout while Lachlan gathered the other guildmates. Let me take... I love this shit, man. This is so good! We're going to a hideout! They have a bat cave! They have a bat cave! What's not to love? Ah! Shmooly took Flame and I to the super secret hideout! Where is it? Please tell me where is it? Where is it? It was there that we met up with Lachlan and the other guildmates and began to formulate our plan on how we were going to rob one of the boats in Stormwind of all its goods. We then put the plan in motion, running down to the docks on our mounts and waited for the boat to arrive. Shmooly then yelled out, "Move! Get the goods now while they're docked!" And we all ran into the boat and started to remote grab barrels and drop them onto the dock. I grabbed my second barrel when suddenly the boat started to leave, and then dropped the barrel and jumped in the water. Lachlan was impressed at our RP skills. Flame and I then got guild invites, and we were excited. What's not to love? Who are you who did not want to be a part of that heist? Have you played Payday 2? Ain't got shit on this. Ain't got shit. Need to fucking sort your lives out. Wanting to finish the mission, we all headed back to the hideout where Shmooly said that he had a man who would buy our stolen goods. Oh my, this is so good. He's got a fence, a middleman. I then asked them how they got their shoulder pieces because I wanted to wear them. This is all great and everything. Where did you get the shoulders though, right? The shoulders though? Like, hey, the mission of the RP, that was great. We robbed the boat and then you're going to take it to another guy. Where did you get the shoulders though? That transmog though. Just real talk for 2 minutes. This is great. Just where did you get the shoulders? Can we just talk honestly? Because I want to wear them too. Lachlan replied saying that it dropped from a gargoyle in Sholomance before Blizz fucked that dungeon up. I then waved goodbye to them and Flame, and I decided we were going to walk around the city for a while and talk. Your RP didn't last very long. Right, now the next part of the mission is... Whoa. Another part of the RP mission? No, I've got to be honest with you. Just where did you get the shoulders from? Alright, we'll see you later, right? Yeah, you go sell the goods, right? I robbed the goods, you go sell them. I'm gonna go. I asked Flame if she wanted to come and run Sholomance with me, but she said she had to go because her boyfriend was yelling at her. So I wished her a good night, and for the rest of the night, I farmed Sholomance for those shoulders. Great RP, but transmog. It's like RP, transmog, alright? The next day, Lachlan showed me where the guild based. They have a super secret hideout and a base. Lachlan showed me where the base was. It was a small house that I had never seen before, hidden in Stormwind. We went into the house and read some very disturbing messages from people in Say. We walked upstairs and saw 2 random chicks laying on the upstairs bed without any armor on. Lesbian show. Lesbian show. Their base is having a live lesbian show. What are you doing with your Friday night? Huh? What are you doing with your Friday night? I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing out on. You don't know what you're missing out on. It's a live lesbian show. Lachlan sighed. Oh, like he's seen it all before. Lachlan don't give a shit. Lachlan's like, God, not again. Lachlan sighed and took out his weapons and told them to get the hell out. Oh, like a boss. One of the chicks got up and walked over to us before cursing Lachlan out and laughing in his face, asking him why he had to be a prick and if he was mad. Lachlan started to rage and decided we were going to go to the tavern to avoid these idiots. Let's get out of here. This place is crazy. We walked towards the tavern. By this time, Flame had logged in, and she was telling me that Shmooly was being extremely hilarious at the tavern. Let me tell you about Shmooly. By this time, me and Lachlan had got to the tavern. That was where I realised how much I loved doing RP. Shmooly had gotten his character completely drunk and was running around the tavern dressed like a pirate, yelling at people, and just being a drunk pirate asshole. And my God, was it funny. I instantly took off enough of my armour to make me look like a drunkard in the tavern and bought myself the strongest alcohol I could get from the barkeep and got drunk as well. I told him I wanted to be a part of his crew and we recommended to start a bar fight. I punched him and he fell over and broke a table. Then I tried to hit him again, but I missed and fell over. Then we got up, saluted each other, and he welcomed me to his pirate crew. By now, all of the RPs that had been going on inside the tavern had stopped to watch us RP. Stole the show. Stole the show. Bit of pirate RP, turning this bitch up into Tortuga. Fucking clueless. Just left a lesbian. This is it. He logged in. He went to a super secret base. He saw a live lesbian show. Then he went to the pub, got drunk, and joined a pirate crew. Alright? What did you do? Queue for your LFR? Get your shit together. We all had a good laugh before Shmuley showed me, Lachlan, and Flame to his pirate ship. Oh, he's got an actual ship. No shit. Really? We got to the pirate ship and you'll never guess who was in the ship. You're never going to guess. You're never going to guess who was in the ship. The two chicks that were at our main hideout. I told Lachlan to wait outside. These lesbians are everywhere. I told Lachlan to wait outside and I politely asked the two ladies to leave. The same night elf from earlier cursed me and then they both left. Nobody wants the lesbians. These lesbians can't get a break. You think it would be easy, don't you? You think it would be easy for two lesbians on an RP server to put on a good show, but it's not. It's not. It's not easy at all. It's really fucking hard. They can't get a good showing. In the next few weeks, we did non-stop pirate RP and had a blast with it. There are a few times where me and Flame got into arguments because of another night elf chick that joined our RP group, and another dude from the guild was saying that I was flirting with her when I wasn't. Eventually, Flame and I decided we were going to take a break from this RP. It was ruining our relationship. We sat around in the taverns and just watched other people RP, along with running some LFG dungeons. And that is where we met another girl called Zylips. Part 4, The Seduction. Zylips. I love that name. Zylips was a human paladin healer in our dungeon. She was healing decently well, but the tank kept dying and he kept blaming her even though he was clearly a horrible tank. Flame and I defended her because we weren't idiots, but shit really went wrong when the tank and the other DPS started to say that Flame was horrible at being a hunter. Saying she was horrible DPS and that hunters are a terrible class. She rage quit the run. I then sent Zylips a real ID friend request, cursed the two assholes out, and then Zylips and I quit the group. We all got into a party, and Flame was depressed because she actually believed the two dudes. She was only level 84. A few days later, me and Zylips had been getting closer as friends. Then one day, me and Flame got into another argument. She put me on ignore and logged off. I sent her an in-game... She sent me an in-game mail. I sent her an in-game mail begging her to forgive me. After 2 days of being sad and hoping she would come back on, Zylips expressed how she really liked me. And I've already moved on. Flame, I've moved on. It's done with. It's over. I've already moved on. I sent you the in-game mail. No, I've moved on. Zylips said how she really liked me and would never do that to me. Oh, what a girl! Hey, you want to know when you meet a real bitch? You want to know when you meet a real bitch? Is if one girl does something and they instantly go, I would never do that. Because I'm the good girl. That's right. I would never do that. Over the next 3 days, she drew me into her trap. Seducing me and convincing me to give up hope on Flame. We decided to become a couple. I added Zylips on the good book. Oh, it's official as fuck! It's official as fuck! Let's be boyfriend, girlfriend. Let's add you on the good book. Let's make this shit official. Let's do it. Let's do it. She was smoking hot, but she lived in Brazil. Rats! She bastard. Totally lives in Brazil. Which surprised me because she spoke perfect English. Odds. People, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. The odds are that you met a absolutely stunning, hot Brazilian chick who speaks perfect English in World of Warcraft on your RP server. I'm going to call it 50-50. I'm going to call it 50-50. All right. When we Skyped each other, I had a problem. I didn't have a camera. Oh, is she real? No way. I don't have a camera. So we decided to just play the game and talk on Skype. We got our kicks by laughing at all the people doing ERP in Goldshire. I shit you not, there's always at least 20 people doing ERP in the Goldshire Inn in Moonguard. And sitting in the castle talking and doing ERP. A few weeks later, I'd started to get suspicious of Xylips. She would sometimes get on and not even talk to me, and then later say she was just away, yet it would never say she's away. Oh my god, you stalked to see if she got the AFK tag? Did you time it? Did you time it? Like, right, I've just whispered her, it doesn't say AFK. It takes, what, 5, I don't know, is it 5-6 minutes before you go AFK, something like that? And she never went to AFK. She never went to AFK. Nope, didn't go to AFK, so you're bullshitting. You're bullshitting me, woman. So one day when she did this, I went and found her. She was sitting there without her armor on, ERPing with one of the other guys from our guild. Bitch. Fucking bitch. Fucking piece of shit. I lost my shit. I started cursing her and the dude out. He immediately logged out and Xylips simply told me I wasn't paying much attention to him. I was just bored. You were naked. I lost my shit again, but eventually calmed down and gave her a second chance. It's not over. Later that week, she was avoiding me, claiming she was just questing with her friend. I still didn't trust her, so I asked her not to talk to him anymore. She then deleted her Facebook. She deleted her Facebook, and I never talked to her again. I still hate her for causing me around a month of pain. I thought I loved her. I was even ready to take a flight over to Brazil when I graduated high school. I'm gonna fly my ass to Brazil. But so be it. A few days later, Flame messaged me in an alt. She had re-rolled a priest, and apparently had just not been able to get on because she had a very serious health problem. She had gotten her relationship together with her boyfriend, who she was dating the whole time we were supposed to be dating. We stayed friends for a few more months before I decided I was tired of the game. I needed a fresh start. I deleted all my characters I had, purged my entire friends list, then clicked on a different realm and made an Orc Arms Warrior. I discovered your channel, Preacher. I've since then learned from the drama. After watching all of your Drama Fridays, I finally got the nerve to write this story and send it to you, Preacher. So I hope you read this and enjoy it. She was never from Brazil. Don't worry about it. Probably a guy. Just saying. Just saying, right? You might have felt bad at the time. You might have felt bad. She wasn't from Brazil. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. She wasn't. She wasn't there. Hey, hot girls. Do you want some confirmation for me? I'll give you some confirmation. Hot girls who like attention will never delete their Facebook. Ever. Even when we don't use Facebook. You know what MySpace... If MySpace was still going, it would just be hot girls. Right? Still with their picture on of them in like their bikini. That they just happened to get this really nice shot of on holiday, right? When they went on holiday that one time. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But Flame, she was a hot lady. She was a hot lady. Right. Let's fly through this one. What are we on? 40 minutes. Ah! I saw a chapter called Raiding with Retards, though. I'm okay with it. Right, who's in here? We got a lady priest. Nice. We got a druid. We got a mage. We got a 16-year-old rogue. He's bound to be awesome. And we got a shaman. And that's it. Oh, alright, who's the lady? Who's got a lady name? I mean you, Bird of Prey, but I'm just going to call you Bird for the sake of this. I'll call you Prey. Prey's a good name for the lady. We'll go with Prey. Crunchy, you're in. I mean you, Crunchy Tomato. I just shortened the names to make it easier for me. Nezo? Nezodrax. I'm just going to call you Drax. Drax is in. Wyvern, you're in. Wyvern! Oh, I've got to have Marshmelon. I'm just going to call you Melon, though. Alright? And the Pope. I would like to put the Pope in the story, but, you know, that's just going to offend people. Groin? Yeah, Groin's in. That's it! And Groin. Awesome. Okay. I can see a line that says, I like to do things ghost way. Okay. Oh, you did it all at the very last page. Oh my god, how many names are in the story? Holy smokes. Alright. I don't think I can do that many names. Holy shit. We'll see how this goes. There is 20 names in this story. That's too many. Oh, we've got pictures. Alright. Okay. I assume... Okay, I'm just going to put this out there. There's pictures in the story of people who I assume are actually in the story. I'm not sure if I have permission to show their face, but I will describe, as best I can, these people. Okay? Because there's some lady pictures in here. And now you're all jelly. Alright. Let's go. Put me in all names, I'll handle it. Everybody's called Xanxus. Got it. My story starts the moment I'm getting back to WoW just before Mists of Pandaria. As I always do in MMORPGs, I like to rush off to the stuff and get to the end game content as soon as possible. This is exactly what I did in MoT. I must say, before I started leveling to 90, I started a cesspool guild to make some money so I could get my gear quickly. I know you hate me for this, but I don't care. Oh, look at you, you rebel. It was an effective way to make money either way, and I'm pretty sure it's still up and running after I sold it. I reached level 90 and I browsed the trade chat for guilds, recruiting for their freshly made raid team to start raiding in Mists of Pandaria. Sure enough, at the start of a new expansion, you have guilds popping out of the ground like you have 13-year-old girls swimming around Justin Bieber when he gives a concert. Justin Bieber would never give a concert in a pool. How dare you? Okay, he'd probably piss in the pool. Exactly the same thing, actually, because most of the guilds starting at that moment will fail as much as Boy Bieber fails at singing in real life in general. Why do you hate Justin so much? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? You jelly of his Canadian skills, his lifestyle choice, his tattoos, his large nappy pants? Okay? If he wants to wear diaper pants, that's on him, not you. I joined a guild called the Penguin Destruction Team and got to meet several people in TeamSpeak. Quickly, I figured out this guild was run by 3 17 to 19-year-old real-life friends from England. Of course, it's there that one person in charge. There is a recipe for failure, but after watching your show and becoming a fan of Mr. Ghost's way of doing things... What the fuck? You became a fan of Mr. Ghost's way of doing things. You became a fan of Mr. Ghost's way of doing things. I decided to sit this one out and enjoy myself in the frustration that was to come. So you knew the guild was going to fail. Got it. The 3 were already arguing amongst each other even before the first raid started. I decided to get to know these 3 guys a bit better, and pretty soon I got an officer position. Good guild. This would normally be a sign for me to leave, but their bickering was really funny. The other people that recruited were Prey, Crunchy, Drax, Wyvern, Melon, and Groin. Of course, there were some other people as well, but they didn't play much of a role in this story as these people. The youngest of these 3 guild masters... I'm going to have to give these guys names. Fucking hell. Right, I'm having swagger. The youngest of these 3 guild masters, Swagger, turned out to be a bit of a tryhard and demanded to be assigned the position of raid leader. Xanxus. These are the 3 guild masters. Xanxus and Chicken. Okay, that's it. And Xanxus and Chicken seemed to be a bit more laid back and agreed to it, while they decided on a first raid date. So they haven't even raided yet. Okay. Chapter 2 then. Raiding with retards. Finally, the first raiding day started after being in this guild for about 2 weeks. We were supposed to start the raid at 8 PM, and I was already prepared at 7:30, together with everyone else except for Swagger and Xanxus. Well played, Xanxus. We got 2 other players from the Penguin Destruction Team and went in without them. At 8:40 PM though, Xanxus and Swagger logged in, demanded a spot in the raid, whereas Chicken wanted to get them in, seeing as they were his real-life friends. The rest of us were heavily against this. Drax and Crunchy spoke up and basically said, fuck them. Fuck them in their stupid asses. They should have been on time if they wanted to raid and showed some devotion. Why are you not devoted to this guild that's never raided? Later we found out that Swagger did not have his own computer, nor was he able to pay for his own subscription. So he'd play WoW over at Xanzus' place. He had an extra PC and would pay for Swagger's subscription. Swagger. I kind of picked the wrong name with Swagger. The guy's got no swagger. No PC, no subscription, no swag. We found out due to the fact that they were literally fighting, fists, etc. each other and heard the same noises from 2 different mics. Fist fighting. Fist fighting. Like it. Chicken explained the situation to us. It was kind of pathetic and we were wondering how someone who couldn't even guarantee to come online due to being dependent on another could lead a raid team. Their raid leader goes into fistfights. Nice. They were throwing a tantrum, but eventually Chicken was being a bit mature about it and decided to continue the raid in another TeamSpeak channel. I like this. Okay, so you've got 3 guild masters, right? 2 of them are fighting continuously. The solution, and raid leaders are everywhere, or guilds even. If your raid leader starts falling apart, just change channel. And they don't notice because they're doing shit IRL. Everybody just moved down one TeamSpeak channel and he doesn't even realise. And they just keep fighting. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you beat the system. You just slightly hedge yourselves down into another TeamSpeak channel. I like it. Which he then locked with a password to avoid them noticing. I was a bit disappointed because I was enjoying hearing a 17-year-old boy squealing over TeamSpeak for not getting his own way. After 4 raid nights of Swagger failing as a raid leader, others taking over, etc., people were getting fed up with this Justin Bieber syndrome. Justin Bieber comes up a lot. This Justin Bieber syndrome was taking place already within 2 weeks of raiding. One night I'm on TeamSpeak and I'm with Drax, Crunchy, Wyvern and so on. Crunchy had been leading us more than Swagger ever was, and we decided we could do better than these 3 kids bickering amongst each other. Drax, who had been raiding with Prey, the lady, for years, was sure he'd be able to get her to come along. He told us that he had some other people and they'd been quite annoyed with the situation as well, but he would come with us definitely if we made a new guild. However, Melon was a 16-year-old boy from London. He agreed with the guys who seemed to know what was going on. Now, I myself, in the meantime, was just sitting back and chilling and was in for a laugh. These guys brought what was about to go down on themselves anyway. I told them that I'd come along just to see how these kids would rage. I would be able to clear out the guild bank as an officer so we'd get a good start for our own guild. Aren't you the linchpin? Aren't you the gold? Hey, I'll come along, but guess what? A little icing on the cake, I'm an officer. I'll empty their guild bank. Let's rob them blind. It's going to be no big deal. It's our stuff anyway. The following day, we informed the people we wanted to take along and decided to make it happen at 8 PM. The plan is afoot. The exact moment the raid was supposed to start. Oh! Starting your raid? Invites! G-quit, motherfuckers. I hadn't even signed up for the raid on purpose because I told them I had to leave early for work. Bullshit, of course. But I was there on TeamSpeak when the shit went down. Oh, I wouldn't miss this for the world. This kind of stuff to me was the McDonald's is to obese people. You're lovely. You really get on me, Mr. Ghost, actually. I positioned myself at the bank in Ogrimmar about 7:45. Heard the usual bickering over TeamSpeak from Swagger and Xanzus. The others were on TeamSpeak as well, and while I looked at the /who, I saw that they were all near the entrance of the Mogashan Vaults. I started grabbing all the items and flasks from the... While they were queuing, I grabbed all the items and flasks and gold from the guild bank. When I was done, I whispered John... Who? Who's that guy? Okay. Crunchy. I whispered Crunchy that it was done. And they all left the group and guild one by one. The 3 boys went from disbelief to anger, asking what was going on. I loved this transition, where they went from bickering amongst each other to screaming at everyone while they told them they were leaving to form their own guild. The moment I left Penguin Destruction Team, I told them to have a look in the guild bank. The tone in my voice was full of joy and laughter. Hell, I never heard high-pitched squeaky voices go over the top like those guys went. Until this day, I still cherish the moment. Xanzus and Swagger quit the game after that. Oh, you made them quit and Chicken left to play on another realm. That's ghosted, isn't it? The moment the raid's supposed to start. You lost your guild, you lost your guild bank, you lost your account. You're out. Done. Like that. Chapter 3. Setting up a new guild and the woman who used her vajayjay. Alright! Let's get some vajayjay up in this. After getting enough of a laugh at these boys, we did create our guild. We named it The Shadows. I immediately filled the guild bank with my freshly obtained stuff, and we were waiting on 2 friends to come over and join our realm. Naturally, I kept a nice amount of gold for myself. You piece of shit. Piece of shit. I'll fill it. I'll fill the guild bank. Did you get everything? Totally got everything. How much was in there? About 50k? 20k? About 20k. Last I checked, it was 20k. Crunchy was leading the guild after we voted. He'd been leading us already anyway. This is where the fun stuff started happening, at least for a few weeks. Raiding was going nicely. We progressed through Mogashun Vault and Heart of Fear quite nicely. As you know, with any static team, you get to know people a bit better. And Prey had a sexy voice. Prey was the kind of girl. She's this kind of girl, right? Prey was the kind of girl who thought her SSC... who thought... Oh, God. Prey was the kind of girl who thought her Serpent Shrine Cavern could get her anywhere. And I could honestly not stand that arrogance. You know why I've got a problem? I see what you did there, right? As I hit the mic. I see what you did there. Serpent Shrine Cavern. It's a hole kind of thing. It's a hole full of fish. Right? It's full of nagas and slimy, scaly things. There are better things to compare it to. I'm just saying, if you're going to relate something to a vajayjay, something full of fish, not the best thing to pick. I'm just saying, you know, put it out there. It turned out that Prey did some nude modelling and later showed the pictures on the forums. You talked about double baggers in my last story. She definitely was one. What a monstrosity. I can't believe you remembered double baggers. I can't believe you remembered a double bagger. If you don't know what a double bagger is, a double bagger is where you need a bag on her head and your head in case hers falls off. Also known as a challenge wank. Okay? Just point it out there. A couple of phrases for you. A couple of things for you to remember. Anyway. Thanks to her voice, our leader Crunchy was the one started having a crush on her. Oh, the raid leader! My God. My God. And sadly, some other people did as well. He found some of her nude pictures on the web and showed them to me later on. It was quite weird. I just deleted the pictures and did not want to see anything like that ever again. Damn you, internet. I told him to keep it a secret because I don't want any drama in our own guild. No worries, guys. I got you. Because I was out healing her every time and being the douche that I am, linking the healing meters after every boss. Wow. 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 She told me that it wasn't a healing race. It's not a race. I naturally kept linking that shit. Fuck you. She flirted a lot with the guys on TeamSpeak, and because of her getting upset over the healing, the other would ask me to let her out heal me a few times. Let her win. Let her win. Oh my God. Quite annoying. And I naturally never did. After a while, Crunchy wanted to meet up with Prey in real life, and so did some others. Prey, being the cheap dollar vacuum cleaner she was, did not decline, nor did she agree to it. And this caused... Oh. This caused... Who was it? This caused Drax, a long-term friend of her, to go jealous. A cheap dollar vacuum cleaner. That's a new one for me. I've never heard of someone described as a cheap dollar vacuum cleaner. Approved. Giving it the stamp of approval. You see, Drax... You see, Drax had always been dreaming to take a walk into her cavern. And he became jealous and threw a hissy fit. He became jealous and threw a hissy fit, then leaving the guild. He was waiting for that perfect moment, and he just didn't let it happen. Things were getting interesting again, and I really wondered how these guys could become so desperate over a poker like this. Is this a picture? I can see that the author is in the chat. Just a yes will do, from loads of people, so he can mysteriously throw it in. Not a poker. He's got bedroom eyes. That's what I say. After a while, Crunchy decided he wanted an answer to meet her in IRL, and the two of them got into a fight over it. Crunchy, however, took it to the next level and started linking her pictures in the trade chat in Ogrimmar. Oh my god. You took her pictures to trade chat? You took her pictures to trade chat. Nudie pics. It really is? Holy shit. Not a poker. Okay. We posted her nudie pics in trade chat. Naturally, people were pissed. Naturally, people were pissed because, you know, that's not going to work out nicely. Okay. This made the guys really upset with him and he left the guild. Naturally, the others... the friend zone swoops in, though. This is what I like. This sort of story goes. The guy who was, like, in prime leadership position, the guy who was, like, number one on the pecking order to get some of the cavern, he left. And everybody just swoops in to comfort her. Everybody's, like, white knighting the fuck out of this situation. I'm just ready to react like any men would. Oh, your boyfriend left you? They weren't boyfriends, but you get the idea. Swoop in. We raided some more, quickly replacing Crunchy. I kept bullying her with the healing meters. Wyvern had some friends who used to play back in the Burning Crusade with him. Come over to our realm, as we were stuck on the last boss of the Heart of Fear. With them coming over, we downed the last boss, Empress. And the terrace turned out to be a walk in the park. We cleared 5.1, and I got bored again. This was around the time you stopped doing your daily because you had a baby, and Emma was sick in the hospital. So I didn't have my daily influence to keep playing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The guild disbanded before 5.4 came, and people left the game and quit. You shouldn't post her pics in the FAP zone. I just like the idea that everyone swoops in. The story does continue, but I'm going to stop there because it continues in a different game. And plus, we're at time. And I'm also looking after my child, as recently mentioned, at about 6:15. So I need to stop there, unfortunately. You shouldn't post people's nudie pics in trade. Come on! Then again, don't put your nudie pics on a guild forum. Okay? That's my words of advice for today. For this Drama Friday, take this message away. Don't give people on the internet naked pictures of yourself. Now, everybody's on the internet, so just don't do it. Alright? Don't do it, because it's going to end badly. The healing meter trick, I know. Thank you for your wonderful stories, guys. I am going to be probably streaming tomorrow at some point. I think we want to do story time. I have story time ready. Child? What the hell? Yes, it's daddy time. It's daddy time. It is daddy time. I will hopefully be streaming tomorrow, as I'm able to stream a lot from here. So I'll either do a story time or something else. But I will tweet. I will use the Twitter machine. I will put it out into the Twitter sphere if it's happening or not. Here is my lady to remind me that it is in fact 6 PM, aren't you? Pass it there. Woohoo! From all of us at the team, I hope you had a great week. And we will see you very, very soon. Go on, buddy. Bye.